guys, it's Ziya. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a good morning if you're watching this when the video first comes out. Today I'm gonna be doing my makeup, if you could not tell from the title and the fact that I'm over here with no makeup on. I'm not gonna go through the day like this filming videos and such. I have the Orange You Glad palette from ColourPop. I'm really excited to play with this. As soon as I knew what the date was for the launch, I literally set my alarm. I was like, I need to buy this immediately, and I did. I considered buying more of the collection, but I figured just the palette would be more than enough. So there's 9 colors in it. It's gorgeous. Here you go. Take a look. It's upside down while you guys are looking, but still really nice. I think this one again is not safe for eyes, the center one, because the glitter in it looks kind of chunky. Is there a note somewhere? Not intended for use in eye area. All of the ones that have little stars next to it. Well, that's this whole row. I think because these ones can probably stain, and this one because the chunks of glitter are actually quite large. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. I can only imagine how viciously that would hurt if it got in the eyes. So once again, that's another thing I'm not gonna be putting on my eyeballs. I don't know where else I would put it, but it's not going on my eyeballs. Anyway, before we get to the eyes, I'm actually going to work on my skin, of course, because that's what I usually do. I already blotted. I didn't prime, and I'm not going to, because I'm actually going to use the Makeup Forever foundation today. The Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. I have mine in the color Y245. I usually don't do everything this way, but since I am using powder foundation and I do want to look a little bit more put together than I usually would when I do powder foundation, I am going to start off with concealer. I'm only going to apply this under my eyeballs for now. If I feel like I need it anywhere else, I will put it there. I'm also applying it to my eyelids, because my eyelids are really dark. I think it's because I've been going to bed later and later, and I really need to not do that. Yeah, I feel like I need concealer everywhere. Now I'm taking a little bit of my Airspun powder on this little fluffy brush here. I'm going to blend this out a little bit more, get rid of any creases. And I'm going to set the concealer in place. Alright, now I'm going to move on to powder foundation. And so far, I've only used this for the light coverage. For natural coverage, you use the white side of the sponge. For full coverage, you use the black side of the sponge. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of try to compare the two. So on this side, I'm going to do the natural coverage, which is really nice. I really like it. This is really good powder foundation, and I've been hunting for a good powder foundation for a while. I've heard really good things about the Kat Von D one. Every time I swatched it in the store, I felt like it wouldn't work really well for me. And then I saw Nicole Guerrero use this one, and I was like, that might be the one. That might be it. So there's one layer of the natural coverage, which is what my face would look like on most days, especially when I'm not doing a full face. But let's try. That's really good. That is pretty full coverage, I would say. I'm really impressed. I really feel like my skin looks airbrushed, like it doesn't even look real with this stuff on. And I've heard that this is really good for all skin tones. I mean, not skin tones, skin types. Like, it's good for oily skin or combination skin and even dry skin, because it doesn't dry out the skin, because I do have dry patches, because I do have combination skin. I always say I have oily skin because once my skin starts to oil up, it just gets everywhere. But I do have sections of skin that are quite dry, mostly around my chin area my chin and the sides of my mouth, those tend to get pretty dry. I think I found my forever powder foundation. I hope they never, ever, ever discontinued this. I don't know how long it's been around, but it's pretty amazing. And something that I've noticed a lot when I use powder foundations, it tends to look kind of crazy when I first put on my makeup, and then about 30 minutes to an hour later, it starts to look a lot better. But this looks really good right from the beginning. Like as soon as you put it on, it looks flawless. I love it. I really do. And since I am going to be applying a ton of eyeshadow, I'm going to take some of my Airspun. I'm just going to set it under my eyes and on my nose, because I usually bake when I do a full face. Alright, I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be back to do that. Oh, I'll be back for the eyeshadow. I've been messing with my brows for so long, I feel like I'm about to lose my whole damn mind. They're not the same. They're not the same. But I'm tired of messing with it. Now, eyeshadow. So, I'm priming my lids using my NYX eyeshadow base, because this is what I do every single time I do my makeup. Every single time I do eyeshadow. And once again, I'm going to take my setting powder. I'm going to use that on my lid. Usually I would use a skin color eyeshadow, but the setting powder works just as well. Alright, now moving on to our colors. I'm so excited. First, gotta pull this guy off of the mirror. Ooh. I would put this in slow motion, but I don't have slow motion. But I will speak in slow motion. Ruined it. Oh, I could have used Zested all over. I didn't think of that. So I'm just swirling any leftover eyeshadow off of my brush here. Last time I used any eyeshadow, it was the Honey palette, so it'll be fine. So I'm gonna take Zested. I'm gonna see what this looks like on the lid. Oh, that's nice. Very sheer, very subtle. So I'm gonna start off with this guy in the crease. You guys know that I love orangey eyeshadows. Anything that's orangey and rusty, totally my color palette. I also really like yellows. I've been watching 13 Reasons Why. I stopped watching You. Well, I stopped progressing with You. After I got about halfway, I was like, Ernie would like really enjoy this show with me. So I made the sacrifice to stop watching You and watch it from the beginning with Ernie. So I only got halfway through the season. I was about 10 minutes into episode 5 when I stopped, so now I have to move on with it quite slowly, but that's okay. I don't know what to use. Everything's so pretty. I'm going to take the shade Rise and Grind. So cute. That's also going to go in the crease, but not as high as Zested, which is the original color that I put on my lid. I'm really going to concentrate it in the outer corner of my crease and take it lighter and lighter as we go inwards. I'm going to take Sunkissed and apply that basically all over the lid. Just a thin layer of it because I just want to have a little bit color on the lid before I go in with the shimmers. I just feel like they look better that way. Just in case there's any bald spot, there's still some kind of orange showing through. And yes, I'm still using a blending brush. The same blending brush. I do this with a lot of my looks. If I'm just doing something basic like what I'm doing here, I just use one brush until I get to the lower lash line. Then I switch my brush. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of this shade here called You Peel Me. I'm applying her right on the outer corners. And what I don't think I say ever is that I try not to bring it too low because I want to have an uplifted look because I don't want this downturned sad look because that doesn't work for my face. So I try to make sure that when I do put something on the outer corner, I'm going to try to drag it upwards. The two other shimmer shades, not glitter, is Squeeze Me, which is very soft, and Tangerine Dreams. These are both Super, super pretty. Which one shall I use? I think I'm gonna go with Tangerine Dreams. That's the more orangey one, while the other is a little bit more peachy. They have a strawberry palette out now, and while I don't need it because I have the other one that's Main Squeeze, that's the watermelon one, I kind of want it. I don't need it, but I'm tempted. Alright, I like that. I like that a lot. This would also apply really well with your finger, but if you stick your finger in it, be gentle because a lot of it comes up. Because it's so soft. It feels a lot like their Super Shock shadows. Yeah, I said that right. Anyway, 13 Reasons Why, like I was saying earlier. I don't know if I finished saying that, but it's so very sad. It is very relevant, and while it's not the types of stories that people might like to hear, it is quite realistic. I'm going to take a little bit more of You Peel Me and apply that where it was originally. Blend that together with Tangerine Dreams. This really is a dreamy color. I decided to take You Peel Me not only on the outer corner but across the whole crease. Just a little bit. Just a lot of bit. Didn't realize I did that much. Moving on to the bottom lash line. Creamsicle looks really cute. It's one of the only colors I haven't touched in here yet. Take that all over the lower lash line, all the way to the inner corner. Oh, this is a cute color. I should have used this color. It's okay. There's always next time. Next, I'm gonna take a little bit of Mimosa Mommy. I basically used this whole palette. And I'm going to take You Peel Me on the outer corners, of course. Time to dust away all of the fallout here and what was basically my baking. Alright, now I'm going to do liner and lashes off camera. Finally got liner and lashes on. I still have to do the bottom mascara, but I'm going to hold off to do that until I'm done with most of the other stuff. So I'm going to move on to contouring, obviously. And going in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette as per usual, because that's all the time. This is forever right here until something better comes along, which hasn't, so we'll see. I'm using the medium shade. I'm gonna take a little bit of the deep shade and use that on my double chin. I was gonna say jawline, but let's just be honest, I don't have one. Not right now, but I will. It'll come back eventually. And I'm going to contour my nose using the light shade. I started using the light shade instead of the medium shade because sometimes I would really go overboard with my nose contour and it would just look really harsh. I wouldn't realize it until I took a step back and I was like, whoa, that's a lot. So the light shade gives me a little bit more wiggle room. And I'm going to take the yellow banana shade here and cut right underneath. Now on to blush. I'm going to start off with the L'Oreal Paris Paradise Enchanted blush in the color Bashful. Supposed to smell like peach. It does not smell anything like peach. And there's not that much pigmentation. It just adds a very light sheer color. Honestly, I don't feel like it's enough to stand up against the eyeshadow right now. I'm going to finish applying it to both sides and we're going to go in with a different blush. Alright, I have this one right here. This is the California blush from Benefit. There's like construction going on, so sorry if you guys can hear all of that. It's very frustrating. I'm going to take a little bit of the Wet n Wild color icon because I'm having a really hard time getting the blush to be like a color that I want it to. And I'm putting a little bit of blush on my nose because I like that look. I think it's cute. And I'm going to apply this Blush and Brighten stuff. I absolutely love putting this on before highlight because it just blends together so well. It makes everything look a little bit more glowy. Now moving on to highlight, I'm going to first go in with Mary Luminizer from the Balm. Taking this in all the normal highlight areas. on the cheekbones, the nose, Cupid's bow, brow bone. I just realized I never went back to my brows to fix it, and I'm gonna have to do that in a minute because this one has like the perfect swoosh and this one is what the heck is that? Next I'm going to go in with this blush, not this blush, this highlighter from the Blush and Glow Duo from Tarte. It's the color Peachy Glow. I'm applying that also everywhere again. And I'm going to take the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter, that's what it's called, right? Well, Super Shock cheek stuff in the color Flexitarian. This stuff is amazing. For a long time I was using Lunch Money instead of Flexitarian because I didn't think Flexitarian would be the right color for me. I thought maybe it would be too bright for my skin tone. No such thing. And to top off this, because it's probably going to move around on me, I'm going to take the Kim Kwan Neo Limelight. Yeah, Neo Limelight in Ibiza. I'm taking just the brightest portion. I'm just taking a small amount to basically set Flexitarian in place. I'm going to clean up the baking. This is a Palladio lip liner in the color Natural. Did I say I'm lining and filling my lips with this? Because that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to apply some of this Grand Lips, I think it's Grande, Hydrating Lip Plumper. This is really, really pink, but I'm just going to apply a little bit and then sheer it out. Next, finishing touches. So we're going to apply some of this Maybelline Brown Mascara. I really like using this on my brows, but I gotta be very careful because I often will apply a little too much and then it mats down my brows instead of just holding them down. Like there'll be too much of it and then it'll kind of clump in one spot and that's not cute. And apply some mascara to the top and bottom lashes. And we are finally done. That took not that long, but it felt like forever. I think it's cute. I really love the Orange You Glad palette. It's so pretty. I love orange eyeshadows. I love yellow eyeshadows. I love burnt orange eyeshadows. And all the other ones are okay. But those are like my colors, my favorite types of colors. So, well, two are my eyes, of course. So that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look here. You know what else I really like about the powder foundation is that it doesn't feel suffocating on my skin. Because now that I'm so used to not wearing makeup, because on most days I don't wear makeup. Ever since I stopped working at United, I have, and it's been a year. I didn't realize that it's been over a year, but it's been over a year since I quit my job. So I haven't had a regular 9-to-5 job in a year, which is shocking to me. Yeah, ever since I stopped working, I stopped wearing makeup on most days. If I wear makeup 3 days out of a week, that's a lot for me. And it's been that way for about a year now. So I'm really used to not wearing any makeup, and every time I put on liquid foundation, I feel like my skin is just not breathing and it feels really uncomfortable. But the powder foundation from Makeup Forever, it still feels like I'm wearing nothing. I love it so much, and the finish of it is actually really, really good. I feel like I can get more coverage from a liquid foundation, but this is a really good amount of coverage, plus my skin feels really nice. So I don't know, I might just have to switch to this powder foundation like for every day, every single time I wear my makeup, because it just feels so nice. If you are looking for a good powder foundation, I highly suggest the Makeup Forever Velvet Skin, I think that's what it's called, powder foundation. It's really, really good stuff. You definitely go to Sephora and do a few swatches. I think it costs $36. That's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please don't forget to please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below if you have not already. I put out new videos every week, so I hope you guys stick around for those, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.